So let's be honest, I think that we all like watching our favorite creators making a review video for a cool new piece of gear that they just got, or talking about an exciting project that they're about to work on, or a tutorial showing us how to make our B-roll epic. But one thing that most of your favorite creators are probably never going to make a video about is the periods of time when there's just not much going on, when they're kind of bored and just trying to figure things out. And that's kind of why I want to make that video, about the reality of what it's like being a full-time creator sometimes when you're just in between projects, trying to figure stuff out, trying to see where you're going career-wise, and just doing your best to keep your head up. I think this is something a lot of people are going to relate to, and something that we as creators should be a lot more open to talking about, because pretending that it never happens kind of creates this toxic idea that if you do find yourself in a situation like that, it's because you're not good enough, you're doing something wrong, and other people are better than you because they've got it all figured out and don't have to deal with that stuff, which is just not true. First of all, I think it's useful to talk about why people tend to avoid this topic in the first place, and I think it pretty much comes down to the fact that we live in a time where people are constantly trying to outdo each other. And so it's almost become this kind of taboo topic that people will avoid, because admitting that you have little or no work going on kind of brings out this weird way that people will look at you. Most of us are probably afraid that admitting that there aren't really any projects that we're working on right now is gonna cause the people that we talk to think less of us. Because the last time you talked to them, you actually did have a lot of stuff going on, but right now you don't, and so you're kind of ashamed and afraid of how they'll react. I don't know if you'll find that relatable, but I know for a fact that I've been in that situation before where someone will ask me how work is going, and I'll be like, oh, you know, I'm working on a few things here and there. But in reality, for the past month, I've just been waiting for clients to get back to me and for project offers to get accepted. But choosing the bullshit answer just feels way easier than actually saying what things are like, because it doesn't come with all of the concerned or smug looks and all of the people asking why you're struggling right now when just a month ago you were doing completely fine. Like I said, a big part of it is people just trying not to seem like they're falling behind the rest of the competition, but something else that contributes to this is the fact that influencers and creators online are also trying to do that exact same thing. But when you have an audience, the feelings of pressure and shame when you're not really doing that well are increased tenfold. And the problem is, when you've got that many people looking to you for advice or inspiration, not being honest about how you're actually doing promotes this false idea that you never even have to deal with those issues in the first place. But I can absolutely guarantee you that every single one of your favorite creators out there have had to deal with this at one point or another. And so if you're not somebody that has a huge following, it's easy to start feeling stressed out and questioning why things aren't happening the way that you want them to be. And it's easy to fall into the state of mind where you're convincing yourself the reason is you're not good enough and you're not doing things the way that you're supposed to. But I think that it's important to remind ourselves that most of us right now are probably not at the stage where our favorite creators are career-wise. We don't have brands fighting each other left and right over who's gonna sponsor our latest project. They're not trying to fly us out to some exotic, exciting location to film their latest product launch. And I mean, that's obviously the ideal situation. That's the goal. That's where most of us are trying to get to. But as of right now, it's probably something that's still a ways away. And that's completely okay. It shouldn't be something that makes you think less of yourself, and it definitely shouldn't be something that you allow to kill your motivation to keep trying. So unfortunately, I don't think that the toxic 24/7 I'm so busy hustle culture is gonna go anywhere anytime soon. And if history is any indication of anything, it's probably that people aren't gonna stop constantly trying to outdo each other. And so I personally believe that if you want to have a little bit more of an enjoyable life as a creator, and you want to try and develop your creative career in a way that's honest and authentic, it's probably worth it to take the time and learn how to ignore all of the stupid shit that all of the productivity gurus are gonna try to sell to you online. All of the stuff about how you constantly need to be completely flooded with client work, and if you're not, it's because you're not cut out for success. And you also need to learn not to give a fuck about the people that are gonna give you these weird looks and make stupid remarks when you tell them that work is slow right now, because it makes them feel ever so slightly better about themselves. Because people like that will never, ever have an opinion that should matter to you. And on the other hand, there's gonna be people that are actually genuine, and they understand and respect where you're coming from and what you're dealing with, and will try to help you, whether it's in the way of offering some actually constructive advice or helping you out by referring you to one of their contacts so that you can actually get some work done. So once you've dealt with learning that part, all that's left is just working on keeping a positive mindset and not giving in to the negative way of thinking. The worst possible thing you can do is just completely lay down and give up on all of your motivation to do anything at all. The thing is, as long as you trust the process and you keep putting in the effort over and over again, eventually the results are gonna start showing up. And yeah, they might be slow, but they are gonna be there. So keep learning new stuff, keep working on personal projects, keep reaching out to potential clients with exciting ideas. Set aside the time to stay physically active and socialize with people. Give yourself enough time and you're gonna find a way to make things fall into place for you. And it's probably not gonna be the same way that somebody else told you to do it, but as long as you get there, who cares? So those are just a few of my thoughts on this topic, and I really do hope that this video could be at least a little bit helpful to some of you. And if you're one of those people that's constantly putting on this persona of the always busy, never failing productivity god, or by some miracle you're a creator with a big audience that ends up watching this, consider being real with the people that you talk to and that look to you for advice or inspiration about what being a full-time creator can actually be like sometimes, and trust me, they're gonna find value in your honesty like you couldn't imagine. So if you made it this far into the video, I just want to say thank you, because I really do appreciate it a lot, and I just want to wish you good luck with navigating the ups and downs of the life of a creator. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.